wonder a lot. I grew up with a very firm foundation in eschatology. When I say eschatology, I don't mean, end times, pre-mill, all that stuff. Although I was raised in that, but really I grew up with the foundation with the recreation of Earth and the physicalness of who we are and how it starts physically. The Bible starts physically and it ends physically. And I think that that's really influenced my art and how I perceive art too. And so I get frustrated when people don't see that or think that that doesn't matter. Christianity is really not about that. And I wonder if they've ever read 1 Corinthians, but I do think that that's something that we're missing.
Yeah, there's a, not universally, but there's a tendency toward dualism, whether it's Gnostic or some other form of dualism, that too separates the material from the immaterial. And there still is within evangelical theology a hierarchy of spiritual over material that treats the gospel as only the salvation of the individual soul. I think it's interesting that the word regeneration is found twice in the New Testament. And in Paul, in Titus, it refers to the regeneration of the individual, the washing and regeneration of the word. But in Jesus, in Matthew 19, he refers to the recreation of all things. In the regeneration of all things, you'll sit on thrones. And that obviously points forward to an eschatological, resurrected kingdom. And so I think the biblical language there serves as a nice corrective in addition to Paul's language in 1 Corinthians. A nice corrective that God's work of redemption is not simply the spiritual, the immaterial, but includes the spiritual and the material as well. And that provides a biblical theological grounding and warrant for artistic, Christian artistic expression. And many people have made that case a whole lot better than I did. But that somehow is not an unchristian task to make the world beautiful. Maybe I just put it that way. That maybe portraying the world as it is a worthwhile Christian task. Portraying the beauty that's found in the world is a worthwhile Christian task. And somehow making the world better is not a bad thing. I often hear people, and often probably too strong, regularly, hear people insist if we adopt that kind of a worldview, that we make the world better, then people will start to put their hope in this world, not in the world to come. And I, for the life of me, can't understand that. I can't understand how anyone with any sense of redemption would think making the world better is somehow perverted, is somehow wrong. And I don't understand that. But I hear it not infrequently by people who want to defend that our job is the salvation of souls. And actually, that's God's job, not ours. But
thank you so much for chatting with me. I really appreciate it.